Corey Feldman was on Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel Does Stuff. And I thought this was there's some great stuff that comes out here. First of all, Corey addresses the appearance on the Howard Stern show and how, upset he was with the dancing little person. We called him midget, by the way, how he corrects him, thank God. But, Howard's got the bald cap on.
Feldman calls him.
Yeah, Howard has a bald cap on, and they've got the dancing person and the girls in bikinis, and Stuttering John
so viral. Yeah,
Stuttering John is doing some stupid dance, and Corey was doing a very important song, and it was blocked and ruined by Howard. I think he should go on Howard. Howard will kiss his ass and apologize for an hour, I bet, if he went on now.
Probably.
But finally, Corey addresses this very viral video.
But the point being, there's been a constant through line and a constant theme that started with Howard Stern, because I went on Howard Stern to perform What's Up With the Youth, which was this song that Michael said would be #1. And he said, well, we're going to do this kind of sketch around you where we're going to make it like Club MTV, but it's going to be Club Howie. That's what he called it, Club Howie.
It's a great video, by the way.
And they're like, so it's Club Howie, and you're going to come on here, and, I'm going to be in my Right Said Fred get up with a bald cap on and, a cool leather outfit, and you're going to dance around, and, I'll be the host,
ridiculous.
and that'll be the
Pause for a second.
skit. I said, okay,
So
great,
ridiculous.
no problem.
Corey acts like, yeah, that would be totally normal. That would certainly accentuate the song. I'm sure that'll be the only thing that's weird about it whatsoever. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, what he just said.
I think he had Corey have him on the show. I don't think it mattered what they were going to do.
By the way, he said a song that could have gone #1.
Yeah, well,
but
he'll
because of
later.
this, it doesn't.
Howard derailed the song from its anointed place at #1, which we'll hear more about in the next cut.
Album. And I get out there, and they've got a midget in a hula skirt.
A little person.
Thank you. A little person
Did Howie
in a
need to
hula
do that?
skirt dancing in
No,
front
but
of
I'm
him.
glad he did
They've got
to make Corey feel bad.
girls in bikinis tossing back and forth a blow-up doll.
Oh no!
They've got people acting like they are special needs, shall we say, in diapers and things like that.
Whack-pack.
All of this going on around me, and I'm an 18, 19-year-old
Didn't mention
kid
Stuttering John.
just trying to play my music. What's Up With the Youth, which is a pretty important song.
But wait, he's not just a normal kid who's trying to launch his music career. He's a former actor who's been in a million movies, and
He's
now
only 18, too, and there's a little person in front of him. Oh, my God.
It's amazing how he doesn't know the ways of the entertainment world, even though he had been in it by 10 years.
And deep, and it's about how can we raise the bar for the kids in our culture and listen and communicate so that we don't keep making the same mistakes and they end up in drugs and alcohol and all this terrible stuff that's going on, crime and blah, blah, blah. So this was a song for the day, for the a message for the times of bringing our children into the forethought of our minds.
Yeah, no one would have
That's
seen
what
it
the
if Howard
purpose of the
didn't
song
do what he
was. And
did.
instead, it turned
No
into
one.
this complete lunacy, lampooned ridiculousness.
It's funny.
That went completely viral 20 years later, but at the time it was just on his KCAL Channel 9 TV show, and it was terribly embarrassing, and I was like, well, glad nobody will ever see that again. And then, of course, YouTube comes around and they brought it back and it went viral, and now
that
everybody
message
sees
still applies to today's youth.
But no one would have seen it at all
if
Howard had not had an environment that made it funny and fun to watch, because nobody gives a shit about that song. Are you kidding me?
No, just Corey Feldman.
It would have not gone viral in any way.
Despite what we'll hear later, it wasn't that good.
that and goes, Corey Feldman's a joke. It's a joke. He doesn't take it seriously. Because look at, why else would he do something like that? And they think
Which
that I'm
got you to write
joking.
that song that you're...
Well, that coupled with, that is expanded to people who watch my performances and they say, like, I don't, you know, you've spent your life on the road. Sometimes the mic goes out. Sometimes the lights don't come on. Sometimes, you know, the house speaker goes out. And so, I mean, there's always a problem. There's always things that happen on your shows. It's just part of what happens. So what people have done, I've been touring now for 20 years, right? Done thousands of live shows, I'm sure. And people take clips of a moment of where, like, my mic goes out, or I'm rocking and I hit my mic into my tooth.
That was funny.
Or
That was hilarious.
I walk into a speaker,
We would've
or
watched it otherwise.
something goes wrong. The lights go out, and I start yelling, turn the lights back on. Or da-da-da. Whatever it is, they grab these moments that everybody has during live shows where they maybe get heated or
Pause
they
for
get
1
upset.
second. Okay. Everybody has these moments. First of all, you have them way more often. And second of all, Mick Jagger does not run over and pull someone's hand off the keyboard.
That's right.
And he doesn't yell at people on stage on microphone,
Right.
too. He doesn't do that. And neither does Roger Daltrey or Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift. They just kind of go on. Chris Brown did yell at somebody, but most people don't. You do.
And you can see it, but that was before, of course, we had, Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and all this stuff where people were just constantly watching every second of what you do on stage. Well, so there's a lot of guffaws. There's a lot of moments throughout
They're
the
funny.
time.
And its context is everything.
And out of context.
We like
and they
it.
put a stringer of these together, and there's literally a
No, we
guy
can watch
out
one
there
at a
right now
time.
that's got a video on YouTube that says Corey Feldman is a fraud.
Oh,
Corey Feldman is a fraud. He's trolling us
So Justin
because
Hawkins.
it's so bad. His music is so bad, and it's such a joke, obviously, that he can't possibly take himself seriously. And not only does he not take himself seriously, but he's doing this on purpose to make all of us think that he's trying to take it seriously, so he's having a laugh at
You
us.
shouldn't give him. You shouldn't even give him this moment.
Oh, give him
Howie.
oxygen.
now that's important. That's the Justin Hawkins video that he watched us.
Yes.
Justin Hawkins of what's the band, The Darkness or something
So
like that?
Corey watched Justin Hawkins watch us watch him.
Yes. Yeah. So Corey has seen our video.
That's fucking great. It's pretty cool. And Corey was on the show, of course, last year, a couple years ago.
It's a great guest.
But that song that he was supposed that he played on Stern, What's Up with the Youth, it was supposed to be so big and it was almost massive. You guys don't even know how big this was almost. And that's the next cut.
Then on the other side of the coin, I've got Michael Jackson as a close friend, and I play Michael Jackson my song What's Up with the Youth, and he says, Corey, that's a #1 song.
Yeah.
Corey,
That
that's the number one
song-
If he recorded it,
Literally can go to #1.
Just spread
and
your butt
if you
cheeks.
let me,
Literally.
I will walk it into Tommy Mottola at CBS Records right now,
What?
and I will make that song #1.
You didn't say that when he's alive.
So you do it, right? Hell yeah, make me #1.
No, Corey is so pure that he wanted to earn it entirely on his own. He doesn't like anyone giving him any kind of help. He wanted to be bigger than that.
And I was like, thank you, Michael. I really appreciate that. But no, I'm good.
Why? Why no?
Well, because 2 reasons. One, I was a real friend to him, and I didn't want him to think that I was just another leech sucking off of his teeth to try to get something.
loved
That
you
wasn't my
sucking off his
intention. My
teeth.
intention was to play him a song and see if he liked it and what he thought. And to hear Michael Jackson tell you that the song's a hit and could be #1, what else do you
Or
need?
did he want to sing it?
No, he wanted to help me
Great question by
go
Howie.
to that place. And my other part of it was,
It's gonna be
if I'm going to
#1.
be a success in the music industry, I have to earn it. I have to earn it the hard way. I have to, play the crappy clubs. I have to get paid $150
doing
for a
that.
gig and sweat it out and have beer bottles thrown at me and all the stuff that I had to go through for decades, way longer than most artists, I'm sure, but for decades. I literally went through this.
Corey, I'll walk it in.
Taking the bottom of the barrel. And toughing it out and proving to people that I was serious
that
about
is
my
such
art. That it
bullshit.
wasn't.
I know, it's
I
a
wasn't
lie.
going to just ride on Michael's.
we'll interview him.
But
People will
isn't
interview
that-
him because of his past.
This business is predicated on relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
And
knows.
do you regret that you didn't let him do that?
Sure, there's parts of me that go, damn it.
Oh, yeah, all parts of you.
So much easier.
Why is it okay to
you
dance
still
like
have
Michael
a positive
Jackson,
view
but he
of
can't help?
I do, but
You don't believe the stories?
no. But
I don't believe riding someone's coattails.
But okay.
Wait,
we'll
he
get-
said tailcoats, didn't he? Didn't Corey say tailcoats?
Really?
Check it out. Yeah,
I don't know,
check it out.
but Howie's, that's a pretty good joke by Howie's daughter.
and proving to people that I was serious about my art. That I wasn't going to just ride on Michael's tailcoat.
But isn't that
Weird.
His tailcoat.
Tailcoat junction.
predicated on relationships?
Yeah.
Stupid.
And you still have a positive view of Michael.
I do, but
You don't believe the stories?
no.
I don't believe riding someone's coattails.
But
Tailcoats, bitch.
We'll get back to that in a second. But the
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah, no, you
I
won't.
don't care about what she said.
inside joke. But
Not an inside joke.
But the point being that
talking about?
I didn't want to be Michael Jackson's protege, even though sometimes people.
I just want to
kinda
dance
treat
like
me
him all the
way.
time.
But imagine if I did that. Then that's all it would be. And then there wouldn't be any room for my Truth Movement band. There wouldn't be any room for a song like The Joke, because now you're in a box. You're Michael Jackson 2, or, Mini Michael, or White Michael, or whatever way you want to
talking
frame it.
about?
But
White
that would have been
Michael.
it. That would have been it.
Corey.
And that's very limiting. And I was like, you know what? No, I think I got to be known as my own entity. And so I fought through and I made that happen.
Yeah, against Michael's best wishes. Oh, well, good, I'll take it to Tommy and Woo! No, I've got to be myself. I'm just going to dance like you all the time.
Did you hear about that side project he's got going on, though?
Yeah, hold that thought for a second. So, Corey, this is interesting. Corey is so upset about this pedophilia thing going on in Hollywood, but when it comes to Mike, no, there's nothing to that. No, he hangs out with 12-year-olds all the time, has slumber parties, serves them Jeeves' juice, has a whole fucking amusement park in his yard. But no, don't be silly.
He believes Charlie Sheen raped Corey Haim, but Michael
Between two
Jackson
trailers.
did absolutely nothing. That's so backwards.
Listen to Corey's side project. This is exciting as fuck. You're not going to believe.
I'm really mad I didn't put two and two together like Andrew. That is insane that he doesn't
It's
believe the
so
Jackson
ridiculous.
stories. Yet the Wolfpack and all those other pedophiles are out there.
Mark, you haven't heard of his supergroup yet?
No.
This is going to blow your mind.
It is a must hear, and it's totally different than
Well, they're talking about his new song, which we'll listen to in a minute here, and how he's explaining how it's so much different than his Michael Jackson work.
anything else that I have heard you do.
Well, I'll put it this way. We actually
dude?
do a lot of rock. So
That's Corey Feldman's son.
Yeah, that's Mini Corey.
Really?
I didn't even know he had a son.
Isn't it? Does he look like Corey? He kind of does.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There's so much to unpack in this
But he
video.
doesn't
Oh my
dress
God.
like Michael Jackson.
All right, check out this supergroup.
the thing is, what becomes popular are the hits, right? The hits, the pop songs, the top 40. So we've got like 3 top 40 Billboard hits. And then we've got like the cult classics, right? And all of those always kind of have that dance vibe.
What
a
are
lot of
you
them are
talking
like
about?
the upbeat, the dance stuff.
what he goes through in
People
his
like
tour.
watching me dance. That's always been a thing. And of course, when I dance, I grew up studying from Michael. I learned from Michael.
Oh, like
And
a
so lot
protege.
of
You didn't wanna
stuff that
borrow
I
from him.
design musically, sonically.
It's really gonna put him in a
beats,
box.
That sort of thing. It's got to have that same kind of drive. It's got to have that thing that makes me dance. It makes me want to move so that it comes alive when I perform it.
in the hell are you
so
talking about?
No one
those
knows.
are the ones people know. Those are the ones that stick in people's head.
Yeah, go
but if
for
you
it.
actually ever listen to one of my albums, you'd understand that they're very
No one
diverse.
has.
Well, Foster's like,
And
No one ever has.
what a shot at Howie. If you ever listen to one of my albums.
Did you get the box set, Howie?
I actually have a whole separate project that's another band with a couple of the guys from Pink Floyd.
What? Wait, we've got Roger Waters and Nick
Gilmore's-
Wright, or Nick,
Gilmore?
what's his name, Nick Mason, or he's got Richard Wright and David Gilmour? Which
Unfortunately, Rick Wright died, so it's got to be Mason.
Waters and Gilmour, or Mason and Gilmour, or Mason and Waters? Who is it?
I'd say Mason and Gilmour because, no one
That's
else
right. No,
knows.
you're right.
It's got to be.
They wouldn't play together.
Let's see.
John Karen and Scott Page from Pink Floyd
What?
are in the band with me.
They were in Pink
It's
Floyd?
an
Who are those
amazing
people?
band called Truth Movement.
Wait, who?
Storm guys from Pink Floyd.
Wait, pause for a
John
second.
Karen and Scott Page from Pink Floyd.
Did John Karen, did he sing Wish You Were Here?
I think
maybe
so.
he did. You replaced Sid.
think
John
it's-
Karen and Scott Page were in Pink Floyd.
Have you ever heard of
Corey,
them?
What the fuck are you talking about? No, they're not in Pink
They must
Floyd.
have toured with one of the iterations of Pink
Well,
Floyd.
they're on the
for-
road crew or something. They're not in Pink Floyd. What an insane statement.
John Karen has collaborated with acts like Pink Floyd, The Who, Eddie Vedder, Kate Bush. So, I mean, he's got a pretty big...
He said he has 2 guys who were in
I know.
Pink Floyd.
No, he's full of shit.
Are in the band with me. It's an amazing band called Truth Movement.
Yeah.
Storm Thurgeson, who did all of Pink Floyd's artwork through the years, actually
Oh, yeah.
came back and did our artwork, did all of the concept art, which was amazing. So it's a really great album.
basically like
we have
Pink
a couple
Floyd.
albums from that band, but one with everybody. And
better than
and
that?
so that
Listen.
whole thing is like listening to like a modern day classic rock band, like Pink Floyd meets the Beatles meets Stones, that kind of
Wow.
vibe.
How would you
that'd be
describe
an
this new
amazing
sound, this
band.
new
Can't
sound?
wait to hear this band.
This is
not
very
new.
different. Here's the thing. I wanted something to fit this tour because this tour is with Limp Bizkit. So Limp Bizkit is the headliner. Fred Durst was kind enough to ask us to come along. So I'm very honored and flattered that he thought of me. It's beautiful. He's a great guy.
Loserville
We did a
Tour?
song together. We actually did a song together on my last album, Angelic to the Core. My new album's called Love Left too, but Angelic to the Core, which was the album
He's got
before
too
this,
many
Fred and I did
projects,
a
doesn't
great
he?
song
Yeah.
together. He's amazing. So years
And you
later-
said you're doing a video together, right?
Yeah, he's going to direct the video. Hopefully, he'll be in it as well.
I don't think so.
And then on the tour, it's not just him and I, but it's Bones, it's Nate No Face, Riff Raff, who's emceeing. So what he wants is like kind of like almost like a Spinal Tap variety
Of
show
losers!
where you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's real, what's not.
Well, you know all the music's
it's just
bad.
madness, craziness. Like every night is going to be. Remember how there were happenings in the 70s? Yes. So he wants to create like a happening every night of this
Bad
tour.
music.
So you never know what's real
What a
and what's
that's
not.
pretty
You don't know what's
conceptual.
gonna happen. It's called Loserville. Well, or as I like to call it,
I feel like he's not in on a joke.
Loserville.
He's not.
Loserville. We will have in this, Jeremy. You'll put in. There'll be a click so that they can buy. Are tickets
link.
available? A link
Yes,
to it.
yes. Well, so obviously to get regular tickets, you can go through
about the meet and
Ticketmaster or
greet?
whatever giant venue
Why
you
not?
go
There
to
it
in the
is.
local area. But if you want to meet me and you want to come backstage and say hi to me and the band
Yes.
and get pictures
I wanna meet
and
the-
sign
the
autographs and all
drummer.
that fun stuff, you can do that.
wanna meet the guys that were in
exclusively
Pink Floyd.
at CoreyFeldman.net.
And that's
We're selling
right.
The tickets for the VIP meet
Can I
and
meet
greets,
Pink Floyd? Get a
and
picture with two members
it's
of Pink
available right
Floyd.
now. So you can just go to your website and go to CoreyFeldman.net and there you have it.
I can't wait to hear this tune that's a mix of the Beatles, the Stones,
And Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
But how is that supposed to match the sound of Limp Bizkit?
It's not.
I don't know. It's like Spinal Tap every night.
Does he just throw out a lot of words to confuse everybody?
He has doesn't he have too many things going on? I mean, he
yeah,
just
because
doesn't
none of
focus
them
on-
are successful.
But I guess when he says so many things, nobody stops and goes, "Wait, what
What
three,
about that?
what
What
three
about that?
Billboard
Yeah.
hits did you have? I don't remember those.
No, there's just a bunch of words coming at you.
What is he
90%
talking
of
about?
it bull.
Can you check the Billboard history and see?
Yeah.
Under Corey Feldman, are there 3 hits?
I'm sure it's one of those. Well, he's mentioned the dance chart, so
Oh, okay. Well, maybe like the adult. I don't even believe the adult contemporary charts would have a song in his. I do not believe that.
But with this,
But he
we get a-
says that when he plugged the box set when he was playing by that swimming pool full of people.
Yeah.
He said he had 3 Billboard hits, and it was like, what is he talking about? But he keeps saying it. Maybe if he says it enough, you believe it. But is it true?
He's had to have cracked some kind of a list. Otherwise, he wouldn't put that in there. He'd get fact checked. But along with this interview came his new song, which is The Joke. And this is the one that's.
And the joke's on you, it turns out, because he sings it, that means the joke's on you. Even though the joke seems like it's always on him, if he sings that the joke's on you, then it turns around. It's like playing tag, I guess.
I'll give him credit. This doesn't sound like a normal Corey Feldman song. It's actually different.
I don't know if that means it's good. This music sounds familiar to me. Sounds like it's more mainstream. Hey, this sounds like Pink Floyd. That sounds like the Stones. It's like Pink Floyd meets the Stones.
who's the token blonde pretending to play keyboards?
Those harmonies are like the Beatles.
You can't hear Corey's mic. The joke is on you.
See, we know the words already.
Oh, that's a good hook.
Joke's on you. Joke's on you.
The joke's on you.
This is kind of like Pink Floyd meets the Beatles. This is more Beatle-like. This is terrible. What's the keyboard player doing, by the way?
I don't know. Yeah, Corey's trying to nail her, I guess.
Looks like she's pushing some buttons.
Let's give him hell!
The joke's on
Hey,
you.
that's the guy that was in Pink Floyd.
Oh. Joke's on you. That's pretty cool when you're in Pink Floyd and you have a side project that's this obtuse. You don't want to do what you're doing all the time.
That's when you're doing it for the music.
Exactly. And to see if you can make it on your own.
This band would be better if they got rid of Corey. If it was just the other 4 people.
Is the keyboard player adding something?
Some female harmony.
She's
Background
reaching
vocal.
to punch the buttons, but I don't see her hitting keys.
Doing this for 30 years behind my smile, I'm hiding tears. Walk on every stage and cheer. Joke's on you. Winning on the telephone.
Seriously, does it look like she's hitting keys anytime they show her? Looks like she just has her hands on the keys.
Joke's on you.
I also don't hear the keys.
Yeah.
All right, the joke's on you.
So I went to Billboard.com, and Corey Feldman, the most recent thing on Corey Feldman is that he was hospitalized, claims he was stabbed in the stomach. So
Was that number 5?
That was 2018. That's the only news they have on him. But then you find there's a story. He cracked the top 20 on Billboard's adult contemporary charts.
He did.
Yeah, with You Are Free, a song from his documentary,
Okay.
My Truth, The Rape of Two Corys.
What? Really?
Yeah.
So a lot of AC stations played it? They must have.
Or people streamed it because that movie's
Oh,
coming out, or they
okay.
watched a YouTube video with it in there.
What year was that?
2020. And then his latest single, Without You, debuted at number 26 on the Billboard charts, but I'm not sure which chart it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
The joke is working. I gotta say, if he's making, because I thought he made the Billboard charts. If he did, it would be like 1992 or 94 or something, but it's recent. So the joke is catching on,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Well,
Yeah,
that's
and that was
weird.
number 26 also on the adult contemporary charts. It's
Awesome.
his 3rd Billboard Top 40 record, it said.
Okay.
So
I stand corrected.
the joke is done.
Joke's on me.
You're doing awesome!